So, und das sind wir wieder. Do not take this cat home. Part Nummer 6. Immer noch mit unserem komischen Static als Hintergrundgeräusch. Und ich vermisse schon die alte Musik. Das letzte Mal haben wir ja die Kino-Endings gemacht, wo wir ohne Katze losgelaufen sind. Und diesmal gehen wir zum Karneval. Yay! Spaß! Was soll da nur schief gehen? You spend the day at a carnival. Ferris wheel, roller coaster, pharaoh boat. Rides you've been on before. Hoops, coin toss, balloon darts. Games you've played before. Funeral cake, popcorn, cotton candy. Food you've eaten before. All things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people, all having fun together. Laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you. The sun hasn't started to set yet, still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should just go home for the day. When you stop in your tracks, you see something new. An attraction you've never seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors? It sounds kind of lame, honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? Enter the maze. You enter the maze. A few rooms in and you notice that the mirrors aren't all weird. Some just show you looking back at yourself. A little bored, a lot tired, and so very... Maybe this was a mistake. Why did you think going into a maze of mirrors was a good idea, even if it was something new to experience? I can do this today. You turn around and head back the way you came, only to bump into a mirror. Ow! What the? Where's the exit? You try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you all turn around, you realize that the way you came in is completely gone. Okay, don't panic. I just have to keep going forward, right? You step through the only opening you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. You bend down and pick it up. What's this doing here? In your hand rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curious to flick it on. Huh? The light doesn't look very... Crap! The lights! Did the power go out or did the attraction operator forget you were in here? How long have you been in here, actually? You pull out your phone to check the time or maybe call the police. Your phone is dead. You grip the flashlight in your hand. The light it emitted earlier was dim enough for you to know there's probably not that much juice left. Best to reserve it for a worst case scenario and feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. You take a calming breath. Well, forward we go. Hello, daring adventurer! He said, welcome to the mirror maze. Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? Ja, bitte. Once again, welcome to the mirror maze. You're in a bit of a jam, but don't worry. You're in good hands. Or rather, good paws. Oh nein. See these little cuties here? They'll be doing their best to guide you through the maze. Aren't they generous? When you enter a room... Alter. Tut mir leid. The emergency light will flash, letting you see the paths before you for a second. And also what lies beyond them. Wherever you see these kitties, and these kind kitties, just go where they are and you will reach the next room. Unfortunately, they're not the only things in here. It is highly suggested that you refrain from following any of our other guests. They can be sneaky or distracting, but they're always hostile. So please take caution when advancing to the next room. Of course, this wouldn't be much of a mirror maze without mirrors. Can they hurt you? No, they're just mirrors, silly. They don't do anything at all. And you can't do anything to them either. They're just an obstacle you can pass through. Okay. Go left, go center, or go right. The choice is yours. Though, if you find a room with no helpful kitties inside, and all the paths lead to a mirror or something else, It's recommended that you stay put. And just maybe it will work itself out. Now for your navigation tools. That flashlight you found doesn't have much juice left. It will only let you get a quick extra peek at your surroundings about 5 times. So try not to use it all up at once. You can keep track of your progress for the rooms up to the left and your lives up to the right. You've got 3 lives, so be careful to avoid the less friendly guests lurking around. Why only 3 lives, you ask? Because you're soft and squishy. It wouldn't take much to damage you beyond repair. And besides, you're human, and humans usually only have the 1 life, yes? And yet here you get 3. Don't you think you ought to show a little more gratitude? And that's the end of your tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. Meine Stimme ist weg. Are you ready to play? Scheinbar haben wir hier Easy und Hard Mode. I'm ready to play. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh Gott. Oh, was war das? Links, rechts. Ah! Das sieht einfach aus wie der Boss von Smash Ultimate. You see it, the exit. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts just slightly at first. But you're running too fast to stop yourself from colliding into the glass. Aua. Except you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. You simply pass through it. And on the other side, you see an endless white void and... Oh. Yourself? Dozens of you. Hundreds of you wandering around. Aimless. Faceless. And empty. So empty and listless, they don't even acknowledge your presence. You try to turn back, but the glass doesn't give. Past the glass. Katze. A familiar black cat walks up and looks at you. You think it meows at you, but you can't make out the sound. It tilts its head, then walks away. The glass goes dark and disappears. Then you watch helplessly as it disappears completely. You're trapped, with only yourself as company. Ending 19. You beat the maze! Yay! Weiß jetzt nicht, ob das so das Tollste war, zwar, dass wir es geschafft haben. Aber egal. Oh, ich habe gar nicht gespeichert. Dann, ja, jetzt zum Karneval. Und einfach mal wieder eine Maze. Und dann will ich jetzt einfach mal schauen, was passiert, wenn wir falsch laufen. Und sterben. Aber einfach nur sterben, ist das ein eigenes Ending? Wer weiß. Suddenly, the lights turn on. Your eyes burn from the sudden brightness. As your vision adjusts, you see that you are completely surrounded by mirrors. The reflections all grotesque in a unique way. Look nothing like you. but they do look hungry. You back up. You don't know where to go. Was there even a way out to begin with? You bump back into a mirror and feel a hand firmly grip your shoulder. Jump. Ah! There's a sharp pain in your other shoulder. You rip away, looking back to see something leaning out of the mirror. Its face has no features, save for a large, gaping mouth, stained in your blood. Looking around in a panic, you think that the mirrors feel closer than before. The path you would come in from is long gone. You're surrounded, and every time you blink, you could swear the mirrors were getting closer, and closer, and closer. Your horrifying reflections looking hungrier, and hungrier, and hungry. Ending 20. You failed the maze. No. Ja. Ein interessantes Spiegelkabinett. Gut, dann haben wir noch den Hundepark. Woo! Doggies! You decide to take a stroll in the park or something. The only one within walking distance is the nearby dog park. You think it will make you feel better. First you get to see a cute cat today. Now you will get to see a cute dog. Several of them in fact. Wie dem J ist mir noch dran. The park is bustling with owners and their canine companions. Playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Alter, da kommt zurück wie eine Frisbee. Such cuties, whatever. Like you would want anything to do with these mangy mutts. What? What's wrong? You didn't think that. You decide to move on. The dogs are also adorable. You want to pet every single one you come across, but you know not all owners are cool with strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path, trying to exude a welcoming aura that will beckon one of the excuse doggies to you. You don't have to wait very long. Smeagol! You stop as the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen scampers up to you, blocking your path. Warum steht da gerade da Eat the Puppy? Was? Was? Pick up the puppy. You pick up the puppy and... Ah! Terrifying shot from you to the ground, practically throwing it from you. You immediately felt horrible, wincing in guilt at the tiny yelp it released upon hitting the ground. The owner shoves to your side with a cutting glare and storms away with the puppy. I'm sorry. You call out, but they don't come back or respond. Not that you expected them to. You deserved it. You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave? Stay at the park. You stay at the park. You try to calm down by watching other dogs from afar as you walk along the path, but every so often one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners don't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe. Katze. Katze. Hello, Blair. You should have stayed with me instead. You're prone out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your lap. You look down and see a frisbee on your thighs. Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw that back? You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance. But more importantly, woof 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 woof. Woof. Das ist kein Ende. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward and you see a large dog spring towards you. The fuck? Was ist mit seinem Gesicht? Oh Gott! Hey, hurry and proud back! Ich mache einfach mal nichts. Ah! The dog suddenly bounds at you, angry, furious. Was ist denn da? Das darf nicht mehr liegen. It hears the limbs from your... Was that real? You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave? No. You stay at the park! You try to calm down by watching our dogs from afar as you walk along the path, but every so often we're up to you. This is your silver, look wrong, others don't seem to notice. Pen badge. Sitting down. Kitty cat, you should have stayed with me instead. Und press me in the face. So you throw his back, distance, but only wuff 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 wuff. Ah ja, gleich mal die Chance. Wuff wuff wuff. Wuff 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 wuff. Wuff 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 wuff. Throw! You throw a frisbee and the dog runs in the opposite direction, jumping and catching it right out of the air. Impressive! The dog and the owner walk up to you. Thanks for that! You can pet him if you want! The dog looks up at you, eager for its reward of pets and pets? For catching a frisbee. Should I? Ja, ist schon wieder was. Pet a dog. Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mud, or you will regret it. Pet a dog. You reach out your hand and you pet the dog. The dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. Suddenly, the sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up along with all the pet owners. You see that the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in the blink of an eye. You vaguely remember that you should never look directly at an eclipse, but for some reason, you don't look away. A loud piercing yowl fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You instinctively move to lift your hands in order to shield your ears, but the hand that had been cautiously pressed upon the dog's head comes away with some resistance. Resistance like sticky slime, almost cementing your hand to the dog's head. The slime stretches with your movement. The dog's head stretches with it too, as the cannon begins to just melt. It melts and melts, until it becomes a pile of goo at your feet. You dazedly look around for the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where the owner once stand. You see some similar piles of clothes next to piles of goo scattered all across the park's open field. All the dogs, all their owners. The melted goo of the dog in front of you then starts to move with a shudder. It sniffles across the grass towards the field in the center of the park, all the other piles of goo following after it. It makes them melt together into a single entity that shifts and undulates and bulges and grows. You watch in dazed horror as it then fills out and shapes itself. Kitty! Oh. Into a behemoth of a dog. Snarling and frothing at the mouth, red eyes frantic and searching, before the glowing orbs land directly on you. The rumbling growl it emits is so low and deep that you can feel the sound of it crash into you. Gibt's noch was anderes? No, you had your chance. Better start running. You try to run, but you're not fast enough. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. It tears you apart until there's nothing left. Ending 21, Dog Person. Die sieht so fröhlich aus. Fängt man nochmal ab. Hold on. You just barely manage to rein in the reflex to throw the puppy as far away from you as possible. With shaking hands, you quickly place the puppy on the grass and take several jerky steps back. Dino seems confused by your reaction to the puppy, but you just wave at them in the daze before hastily stumbling away. Dann liefern wir mal diesmal. Gut. Oh, okay. Kommen wir jetzt einfach nur hier wieder zurück. Ja. Ich will das eigentlich nicht machen. What? It's just a puppy. There's no way I would ever do that. No, that's horrible. There's no way I would ever do that. That's disgusting. I think I'm going to be sick. There's no way I would ever do that. Okay. Man tut also dem Hund dann nichts. Passiert denn was, wenn ich... Ja, wenn ich gleich sage, droppe? Das ist einfach nur das. Ah. Ja. Stay the dog paw. Leave, leave, leave. Good, and don't come back. Das Ende ist auch einfach nur wieder hier mit. Ja. Dann schauen wir mal kurz durch. Wir haben die zwei... Ne, wir haben das eine Dog Park Ending heute gemacht und die zwei Dings-Endings. Fehlt uns denn jetzt noch irgendwas zwischeneinander? Das war Kino, das war Kino. Das ist das Maze, Maze und Dogo. Und ein paar fehlen uns noch. Gut. Dann war schon auch war's das für heute. Weil wir haben jetzt ja nur noch die Endings, wo wir bei der Katze sind. Und uns um die Katze kümmern, obwohl wir sie nicht mitnehmen. Dann fangen wir beim nächsten Mal an. Ich hoffe, es hat euch Spaß gemacht. Ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen Tag und